So tonight's video is on a little bit of shit fuckery from the magistrate court. Now, bumped into a chap today and started talking about children, and turns out the magistrate's court's playing games with him in regard to children. So, assisting his ex-steal children. Now, so it would appear that there is now an intervention order with his children on it. So, once again, no harm to a child, no harm to his ex. Just that the magistrate court want to try and give him a shakedown. Now, he told me that he was taking the matter to a higher court. I'll go, well, that's interesting. So what court would that be? And he told me the federal court. I go, well, that's interesting. Because I believe the federal court to be a civil court as well. Now, I asked him a few questions. I go, now, this supposed or alleged intervention order that you've received, did it have on there that you could take the matter to a federal court and the federal court would overrule the magistrate court? And he goes, well, yes. So, now I don't think that the federal court is a higher court. I think what it is the contract at the magistrate court states that a federal court can make another ruling on that. So, that's the contract. And then, so, like for example, it wouldn't matter, it could be the other way around. Like a federal court could make a contract that you acquiesce to or that you expressly sign to, that the magistrate could overrule a federal court decision. So it wouldn't really matter which way around it would be. But that's the way they choose because there's more magistrate courts than federal courts, right? So now, it would appear that he would be in the middle of what you call a shakedown. You know? And I believe that the solicitors know this and they wouldn't be telling him. But, you know, he's entered into a contract with the magistrate court and that supposedly ends in September. I won't mention any names, obviously. So it all goes back to the magistrate court, you know. At the end of the day, we are too stupid to deal with our contractual law issues correctly. So there's a couple ways you enter into a contract. One is expressed and the other is implied. And the other is tacit. So, you know, like expressed is a signature. Implied, because you probably just go to the court. And tacit or whatever, because you acquiesce to it, you're silent in regard to that matter. And you don't write on their contracts refused, returned, not accepted, all rights reserved. You know, they're probably still going to make claims, you know, there's an intervention order, but the way around that is to go, well, can I actually see the signed copy? Which they won't be able to produce. Just request to see the evidence. You know, just because they give you a piece of paper, it doesn't mean you're entered into a contractual arrangement. So, but you need to respond to your notices. And this is the way they're going around stealing children. And in the process, assist helping you spend your money. You know, they've obviously, because of the contract at the magistrate court, this guy's probably had to spend another $20,000. Great. Steal the money from the people. It's a real organised crime process, isn't it? You know, we've had these type of people in Australia before, and then they were in America, and they're still in America. Like at one stage they were called the mafia, you know. Go around knocking on your door and say, well, give us protection money. But they don't knock on your door now. They invite you to go along to their place of business. So, refuse the contracts. And if they do make a claim, then they tell them to produce the evidence. So, have a look at a few of my other videos. Check out the notes I put in the comments. And study your contract law. Cheers.